Stopped playing defense. They let up. They took their foot off the gas. Whatever you want to say, all the sports cliches that you want to mention. But Cleveland, yeah, you got to be better than that, man. Come on, you can't blow a 21-point lead to the Celtics, man. No disrespect to the Celtics and their fans, but you got LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith. I mean, you got a loaded roster. Boston's playing without their top player, their top scorer, Isaiah Thomas. You let Jay Crowder hit threes. You let Marcus Smart hit threes. Avery Bradley. You let Jarevko, whoever that guy is. He went 4 for 4 from the field. He had 10 points. Gave Boston confidence. So going into Game 4, you would think that, Cleveland, they can't possibly lose Game 4. They just lost Game 3 to a mediocre at best Boston team at home. LeBron James had 11 points in Game 3. You would think that LeBron would come out smoking in Game 4. But what does Cleveland do? They come out and they get down by 16 in the first half. LeBron James has four fouls in the first half against Boston in Game 4. He sits for most of the second quarter with about 7 minutes left in the second quarter. He sits for the rest of the half. They're down by 16. Kyrie Irving to the rescue. Former Duke Blue Devil Kyrie Irving went stupid, went crazy, went hamburger, went bananas, went ape shit. He turned it on, man. It's like the faucet was off. Kyrie turned that thing on. Kyrie had a playoff career high 42 points. Bron came back in the second half, had 15 points in the fourth quarter, ended up with 34 points for the game. Cleveland pulled away from Boston in the second half, and they erased that 16-point deficit. Kevin Love had 17 points, 17 rebounds, and Marcus Smart, who had 7 3-pointers in Game 3, he hit 1 in Game 4. I knew that he wasn't going to score 27 points again, but I digress. Cleveland now has a 3-1 lead in that series, going back to Boston for Game 5 to try to close out that series. Now, the next time that I'm on air with the All Things Sport podcast, I am 100% sure that I will be talking about the NBA Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's going to be a trilogy. The first year, Golden State beat Cleveland. Kyrie and Kevin Love were hurt. The second year, Cleveland beat Golden State, overcame a 3-1 deficit to come back and win that series and win the NBA championship. And now this is the trilogy. This is the rubber match. This is to let everyone know who is the best team. Is it Golden State or is it Cleveland? Because I have no doubt that Cleveland they're gonna beat Boston. If they don't beat Boston, I'm gonna cut every single lock off of my head, bro. I'm gonna be bald headed. I'll be bald headed next year when you see me. Next week when you see me, I'll be bald headed. If Cleveland does not beat Boston, I'm so confident that Cleveland, will beat Boston. If Boston comes back and beats Cleveland in this series, man, I will sell you my beautiful baby girl, Loxley Banks. I'll sell you her, her whole play set, all her toys. I'll sell you all her clothes, everything. We'll have to start from scratch. I can't sell you my baby because that's my baby. I love her. I can't do that. Everything that she owns, I'm not going to sell everything I own. I'm not crazy, but I'll sell everything that she owns because I paid for it. But I digress. But I'm so confident that Boston can't beat Cleveland. I'll do that. I'll cut every piece of hair on my head off. I'll streak down Cornwallis in Durham. I'll streak in the middle of North Carolina Central's campus if Boston comes back and beats Cleveland. But it's not going to happen, so I don't have to worry about doing that. So next episode of the All Things Sport podcast, I'll be talking about the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers playing in the NBA Finals. So I'm going to take this commercial break. We're going to wrap up the show. When I come back, we have that oldie but goodie, that segment that everyone loves. Bruh, for real? I'm going to be talking about the one, the only, LeBron James. After this commercial break, you're listening to ATS. It's the All Things Sport podcast on Spreaker Radio.
What you ain't heard?
Somebody done told you wrong, punk.
It's the All Things Sport podcast with Damian Banks and Pierre Banks.
Latifah, party's right here.
On Spreaker Radio.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the All Things Sport Podcast with your host, Damian Banks. I'm right here in beautiful Banks Boy Studios in Durham, North Carolina. I got my Deer Park water. I don't know what spring it's from, and it was like 30 different cities on the back of this bottle to say what spring it's from, but it's real good. It's crisp. I prefer spring water. I don't know why people drink purified drinking water. It's disgusting. I don't like the taste of it. They say water doesn't have a taste. It's not true. Water does have a taste, and that taste is disgustingness if you're not drinking spring water. So get you some spring water. You can get it anywhere. Kroger, Harris Teeter, Food Line, any gas station, any bodega if you're located in New York. For all my New Yorkers, the bodega. Get you spring water. Don't drink purified drinking water. Thank me later. All right, now the show, I've been killing it. I've been committing first-degree homicides during this podcast, and I'm pretty proud of myself. I think you should be proud of me too. I've worked really hard to become the best podcaster in the country, in the world, for that matter. But I digress. This show, I've been talking about so much: boxing, NFL OTAs. I've been talking exclusively in the last segment about the NBA playoffs. Talked about the Eastern Conference Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland is now up 3-1 after tonight's game. They just beat Boston. They had a struggle, actually down by 16 points in the first half. Kyrie Irving brought them back because LeBron was on the bench for 4 fouls. And I was on Twitter just reading Twitter comments, as I like to do. So I often don't post. I just read just to gauge the mindset of the world, because if you want to know what's going on in the world, don't watch the news, don't watch CNN, don't watch MSNBC, don't watch Fox News. Go on Twitter and read Twitter. It'll let you know everything that's going on as it's going on. That's sometimes a good thing, that's sometimes a bad thing, but I digress. So I was on Twitter during the game, and LeBron was sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. Kyrie was on the court doing his thing, and you'd be surprised how many people just really despise LeBron James. I don't know what he did, but I'm going to dedicate this last segment that we like to call Bruh, for real, to all the LeBron James naysayers / haters / despisers / whatever you want to put, a big word that you want to put after that last slash. I don't know why people don't like LeBron James, man. This guy is one of the best players to ever pick up a basketball. All LeBron James has ever done was marry his high school girlfriend, have a family, has great kids, never been in trouble with the law, gives back to his community, put his friends on, his childhood friends. He put them on. Those guys are millionaires now because of LeBron James. He's won championships. He's won MVPs. He's made countless all-star games. I don't know why people hate LeBron so much, man. Like, why do people hate LeBron? If you can answer that question for me, give me a legitimate answer. Hit me on Twitter at Instagram at Sports by Damian. Give me a legitimate answer to why people don't like LeBron James, man. The guy can play. The guy's awesome. No, he's not Michael Jordan. He's not trying to be Michael Jordan. LeBron James doesn't even have a game that's similar to Michael Jordan. They don't play alike. They don't have the same mindset. But why does everything have to be compared? Why does LeBron James have to be compared to Michael Jordan all the time? I mean, if you grew up in an era like I did, I grew up when watching Michael Jordan play. I was fortunate enough to see Mike play in his prime. I'm fortunate enough to see LeBron James play in his prime. I was fortunate enough to see, Shaq play in his prime, and Kobe and Allen Iverson and countless other NBA greats. LeBron James is one of the greatest players to ever play basketball. You can't dispute that. If you say otherwise, you're just hating, man. You're not satisfied. You're not happy with your own life, because that guy can play basketball. Now, he may not be the best shooter. He may not be the best scorer, but that dude is one of the best players who ever played. Top 5 dead or alive. I'm trying to tell you, man. Stop hating on that dude, man. He hasn't done anything wrong. All he's done is win championships. Yeah, he left Cleveland. A lot of people didn't like that decision show that they played on ESPN. He left Cleveland to go to Miami. He won 2 championships in Miami. Came back to Cleveland. People said, oh, you can't win in Cleveland. He beat Golden State last year in the finals. Stop hating on that dude, man. Just enjoy greatness, man. Enjoy the ride, because what are you going to do when he leaves? Who are you going to hate on then? I guess you'll find somebody else to hate on, because that's what people do, man. They're not happy with themselves, so they find something or somebody to hate on. These are the same people who are at work complaining about the boss, but then when they see the boss, when the boss comes around, they're all in the boss face, brown nosing, smiling all in the boss's face. But as soon as the boss walks away, they're talking, oh man, I hate that dude. Oh, I hate her. She's the worst. That's just how you do with LeBron, because you hate LeBron on Twitter, you hate him on Facebook, you hate him on Instagram. But if LeBron James was a free agent, if you're a New York Knicks fan, you wouldn't want LeBron on your team. The Knicks suck. You wouldn't want LeBron on your team, Knicks fans? If you're a Charlotte Hornets fan, you wouldn't want LeBron on the Hornets? Yeah, right. Stop hating, man. Stop hating on greatness. Now, if you do want to hate on something, hate on the fact that, you can't live the life that you want to live. Hate on the fact that you can't be the best that you can be. Hate on that. Hate on the fact that you're not happy at your job. Hate on that. Do something to better your life. Hating on that dude is not going to better your life. Do something that you want to do with your life, man. If you like rock climbing, if you always wanted to go rock climbing and you never went, go rock climbing. Go swim with the dolphins. Go do something, man. Spend your energy bettering yourself instead of trying to tear somebody else down with your opinion, because that's what it is. It's an opinion. It's not right, because that dude is awesome. LeBron is one of the best players in the NBA and NBA history. It's undisputable. I mean, he has the numbers to back it up. It's just people, I don't know, man. They always got to have somebody to hate on, something to hate on. And I guess it's LeBron's time. People hated Jesus, and look what he did. He came back and died for your sins. But I digress, man. I got to get out of here. Thank you guys for listening to the All Things Sport podcast. Another week in the books. I think I did pretty good this show. I'll give myself an A+. I'm going to always give myself an A, man. I don't care if the show is terrible. I'm going to give myself an A. Again, log on to the website, banksboy.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SportsByDamian. This has been another broadcast of the All Things Sport show. And I am your host, Damian Banks. Got 2 words for you. I'm gone.
A heap sees, but a few knows. Only a few. So many have come before, but only a few can go. We invite you to our house. That's 109. Just make sure you wipe your feet at the door. 109 Cushman Street, Durham, North Carolina. Make a right on Wedge, then a left on Walton, and in the middle is where you find us. That's Durham Street. Past the Gooches, Mac Nails, and the Colemans. Miss Elaine taking clothes off the line. It's time to fold. Fold them clothes, boy. Pop sitting in his folding chair, underneath the tree working on a lawnmower. Hand me a flathead, boy. Said your work just getting started, boys. Listen up. It's too early for an encore. Come on. Mama tatted on my arm, sipping on the other one. Really though, liquor stove flow like I'm 21. I'm younger than many, but I got the older soul. They say I'm hard to decipher, I'm so Morris code. We just trying with a bow, but my porridge cold. I know who my daddy is, ain't no more at Popish show. TK half a 6, where you motherfuckers slow, half a wish. Shh, this how the story go. That's how it goes. Birchwood Heights, always a sight for sore eyes. Beef? What beef? They cook that like Five Guys. Now you know that can't be good for you. No. High birth rate, niggas don't graduate. Yeah, that's the hood for you. I swear it is. But that don't mean the pursuit of happiness ain't alive and well. It's still alive. It's your unlucky day, a random drug test, and you go to work high as hell. Now tell me that ain't an all-time low. But like the great prophet Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible. I swear it is. Got me feeling like Mary's kid, the one that turned water to wine. I love very seal. My uncle let his cheer to real. Shout out to Romeo. Shout out to government cheese, bread, and bologna though. Appreciate the wig. That's why the whip milk white. So I don't forget where I came from in this life. No nice goodwill. My first pair of British Knights. Headphones and a mic. All I need in this life. That's right. And 2 wrongs don't make it. But if you make 2 rights, then you're right back home. Boy, I gotta back to the place where you belong. Well, kinfolk ride 100 spoke on chrome. Summertime so hot, cook an egg on the pavement.